Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tats. I'm back with another video. We have a 4K Blu-ray to review today, and I'm going to get to that in just 1 minute. Also, too, I'm going to review the 4K first, and then I got some pickups that I think would be really fun for you to check out if you're interested. So hopefully you might want to see that. Um, I just wanted to kind of get a couple of things out of the way. I wanted to tell you guys that I had planned to do some more 4K reviews next week, but here's what happened. Okay. I kind of had to put some things on the back burner for just a little bit. For example, the Rocky 4K box set with all the films and everything is coming out, and I want that, and I am going to get it. Um, but just right now, it's a little bit expensive, and so I kind of put that. And it's not that I couldn't afford it. Well, I can't now, and the reason why is because uh, I'm sure a lot of you collectors already know that right now Severin is doing their summer sale, and I put some money towards that. Specifically, I ordered the beautiful like collector's edition of Dario Argento's movie Opera. So I put in a pre-order for that, and it's one of those things. They don't take out the money when it's getting ready to ship. They take out the money right away. So I pre-ordered that. Second Sight's putting out The Hitcher on 4K, so I put in a pre-order for that. Some other stuff too. So it's uh, so certain stuff, like I was planning to do the Rocky box set. I still want to get that, and I'm gonna get it and show it off and everything else. I wanted to get Cannibal Apocalypse on 4K. I want to get Nightmare Beach on 4K. There's something else I was gonna get, but I just kind of like, I wanted to get these pre-orders in because unfortunately this is how it usually goes. Everything's always got to be limited. So I kind of put some of this stuff on the back burner now to make room for this or to save money for this other stuff. So I am going to get that stuff at some point. It's just, very soon. It's just right now couldn't do it. But so anyway, so yeah, just letting you know what's what. And so today I picked this up. I went down to my local record store. I had this on pre-order. It was actually going to come in next week, but I took some stuff down today to my local record store to trade in, and I got a nice amount of store credit, and they already had this in, and I picked it up. You already know by the title of the video. I got Taxi Driver on 4K from Sony Pictures, and here you go. And this here, here's the J card here. You got the 4K Blu-ray and the digital, and really quick for the digital enthusiasts, should someone give you the digital code from this release, you should get the 4K version of the film. That's what I got when I renewed my code. So, yeah, so here you go. And it's beautiful. It's not a gloss finish. I think it's more of a matte finish. But there you go. Really nice picture of it here. And on the back, De Niro in his cab. Great film, classic film and everything. It's like definitely a movie that gets you thinking. So, let it open up right there like that. Well, move my fingers out of the way so you can see. But yeah, classic. And then we'll look on the inside here. There's your 4K, and hang on a second. There's your Blu-ray right here. So you get to see what that looks like. I'll show you the inside, a little bit of inside artwork. Easily one of Robert De Niro's finest performances. Whatever your opinions are of him right now, it's like, the man's a hell of an actor. You can't take that away from him, despite how he's acting right now. But, anyway, so. But anyway, great movie. Martin Scorsese classic. And, yeah. I've watched this. Hang on a second. Come on. There we go. Sorry. Martin Scorsese classic. It's like I was surprised when I read Quentin Tarantino's book Cinematic Speculations of what he thought of this movie, and he felt more that De Palma should have directed this movie instead of Scorsese, but well. But yeah, this is a movie I've seen it quite a few times. You know, I've seen it growing up, and I've watched it on every format. I saw it on VHS, I saw it DVD, Blu-ray, now 4K. I will say that okay, first and foremost, you know, as far as the picture quality goes, I still do think this is probably the best this movie's ever looked. Um, there are scenes in the movie I can't honestly tell if it's just maybe it was just the cinematography, the way it was filmed, or you know if it had something to do with the transfer. I don't think it was so much the transfer; it's probably just the film elements that they were working with and the way the film was shot. But one thing you know you're going to notice is there are scenes, especially a lot of scenes where De Niro's character Travis is in his apartment, and you're going to notice there's going to be a lot of blurry shots, kind of out of focus shots and things. And like one thing you're going to kind of notice is like the scene where he's got the gun in his hand, and you know he's you know got his foot, you know, and he tips over his television, you know, and television butts. One thing you're going to notice is kind of like, okay, it's like it seems like the focus is on the TV, and that comes in pretty clear. But if you look to the left of the screen, you see De Niro's character. He looks kind of blurry and out of focus, and you know there are numerous scenes in the film that are like that. You know, like another scene is when he's uh, you know, like he's putting the I think it's like bourbon or whatever on the bread and the milk and all that, and he's eating it and everything else. Like if you look at the shot, you can see that the you know you see like the carton of milk is out of focus, it's blurry and stuff like that. So you get scenes like that throughout the movie. But you know, there's definitely a consistent level of grain. So if you're worried about did they, you know, like do something to this movie to really like try to, you know, like make it look all spiffy? Did they do a lot of digital work on it? No, the movie is consistently grainy all the way through. I will say though, it is cleaned up from the. I had the Blu-ray version, which to me I was never really a fan of that transfer. And I think this, you know, to me personally, this looks a lot better. Looks more, you know, it looks more a little bit polished, but not too much. It's cleaned up quite a bit. But anyway, just yeah, I think that the 4K looks a lot better. You know, a lot of the daytime scenes look amazing. You know, they look a lot more like natural light and everything. There are certain scenes that the nighttime scenes, they definitely look like you know, like to the eye, it's going to look like wow. You know, it does look like what you know, like if you go outside at night, you know, you're looking around, it looks like how regular nighttime you know lighting should look. You know, you definitely get a lot of detail, especially in the you know the driving scene. You know, especially the whole New York cityscape. You know, all the scenes outside and everything. Um, but you know, they always say you know in Scorsese's films when he shot films in New York, they would always say that you know that New York always you know pretty much becomes like a character in the movie itself, and you definitely get that feeling. And but also too, I think that you know it's nice that they didn't like over polish this movie or anything. They didn't do like a lot of digital cleanup or anything on this, you know, because you know now you know you still got the grain and the picture quality and stuff. It kind of helps lend itself to that kind of skeety kind of you know like you know it definitely helps. Like when Travis is always talking about how you know gross and you know scuzzy New York City is and everything, and you know it's like the way the film looks. It definitely it adds an element to it, you know. So just yeah, I still think that this is probably the best this movie has ever and will ever look. Um, I will say I was a little bit disappointed in the finale because you know when he goes in and they have the shootout and stuff like that, it's really dark, and I will say that is kind of a downside. Is you know Dick Smith did some amazing special effects for this movie. There are shots you know you're gonna be wondering like there are a couple of shots like how the hell did they do that? How did they pull that off? And unfortunately, you know, with the HDR and everything, you know, the scene is really dark. Some of the you know, the great effects, practical effects shots are going to be kind of lost. You know, it's going to be really hard to see. But but still, overall, I'm really happy with this. I do think it's an upgrade from the Blu-ray, and I'm happy to have it. And I'm so glad that they did finally decide to do this as a, because this was in one of those Columbia Pictures box sets, and I have to admit, as much as I love this movie, I didn't really want to buy that box set for this movie. Well, okay, they had the other movie on there, which was Stripes, which I'm hoping at some point maybe Columbia might kind of loosen the strings and put Stripes out on 4K, by itself, so we can have that, because Stripes is one of the funniest comedies. But I am happy that at least they finally let us have this movie in a release on its own. I know some people are probably going to be upset that the only way you can get this in 4K by itself is in a steelbook. Some people probably rather just have like a regular Amaray case with a a slipcover, but I'm not really bothered by that. Look at it too. That's kind of cool. But also too, some of the colors really pop out. One thing that does definitely pop out is the yellow on the taxi cabs and everything. The yellow really stands out. Also too, a lot of the reds and stuff. But yeah, so I'm really impressed with the way this looks, and the sound quality is really good. Um, yeah, pretty much, as far as I could tell, pretty much just, like nice, consistent sound all the way through. I never really had any problems with hearing dialogue or anything like that. Of course, Bernard Herrmann's, score definitely comes in crystal clear. You definitely hear that. But so yeah, I think you're going to get a good purchase with this overall, because I think Sony knows that this is one of their big classic films, and I think they know they can't really screw this up. But just overall, yeah. But Taxi Driver, finally happy to have it. And if you give me just 1 second, there we go. Get this baby nice and cased up for keep it protected. There we go. There we go. So yeah, nice to have Taxi Driver on 4K finally, and just great movie. Don't imitate this character though. Okay, he's not. He's really not a good character. He's not a hero in this movie. You know, but so anyway, so yeah, and I don't think that. Well, actually, I could be wrong about this, but I'm gonna say I'm not really sure if there are anything in terms of new bonus features. You got Dolby Vision, you got Dolby Audio. On the 4K disc, you got Making Taxi Driver documentary, storyboard to film comparison with Martin Scorsese introduction, photo gallery, and 20th anniversary re-release trailer. On the Blu-ray disc, you have 40-minute Taxi Driver Q&A featuring Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, and many more, recorded live at the Beacon Theater in New York City at the 2016 Tribeca Film Festival. Commentary with director Martin Scorsese and writer Paul Schrader, recorded by the Criterion Collection. Commentary by writer Paul Schrader and by producer Robert Colker. Martin Scorsese on Taxi Driver, producing track Taxi Driver, God's Lonely Man, Taxi Driver Stories. I got a couple of stories I could tell you. I actually drove a taxi cab myself. Not lying. I did. Let's see here. Travis's New York. Locations. I'm sorry. It's a little small. I can't see it. Let's see. Influence and appreciation of Martin Scorsese tribute and theatrical trailer. So maybe you can see that if you want to pause it. But just overall, yeah. I mean, it's just really nice to get this iconic film on 4K, and I'm not sad that I spent the money on it, and so I definitely do recommend it if you are a fan of the film. I would say if you've never seen the movie or anything like that, because this steelbook is not cheap. I would say maybe you might want to stream the movie first, watch it, because this movie it's a little bit of an acquired taste. Personally, I think it's a really well-made, great film and a classic. But there are some people, they're probably gonna watch it. It's just not gonna be their cup of tea. So I would say maybe before buying this, maybe watch it and see if this is something you feel like you need or want in 4K. But I would say do that. But for me, I've already seen it, so yeah. So I'm not sad that I bought this. Okay, now if I could just have a minute of your time, just wanted to show you a couple of other things I picked up. Like I said, I got some nice store credit, so able to pick up a few collector's editions here. First of all, from Cult Epics, uh, I waited and waited, and I just decided to finally pull the trigger on this. I went in and picked it up. We got Sylvia Christel, the collection from 1970s collection. This has Playing with Fire, Pastorale, 1943, Mysteries, and Julia. So there you go. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say yeah. Nothing on there that you can't see, I will say, Mysteries and Pastorale, 1943. Not really the best ones in this set. I would say, especially for Sylvia Christel, probably the best ones are going to be Playing with Fire and Julia. To me, those were the best movies in this set. So, but but yeah, you got a poster, you get like the booklet and everything else. So that's the problem though. It's like I'm probably gonna come across something I shouldn't be showing here. That's why I'm not really going into detail, showing this selection. But it's really nice. And Sylvia Christel, you gotta love her. This one here, it's was it limited to limited 2,500 number copies. I got number 246. So there is that. But yeah, the Sylvia Christel 1970s collection. So, and I picked up two. I need to get going on these, and now I finally can. I picked up two from Arrow Video of the Giallo Essentials collections. Okay, I got the white one, and this one comes with The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave, The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire, and The Suspicious Death of a Miner. So, I've been eyeing these for a while. I've been really wanting to get them, and it's like now I need to try to start getting on this, So nice to finally pick this bad boy up, and then I think I pretty much except for Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave, I kind of switched all these to the Italian poster. So this one is actually Suspicious Death of a Miner. Of course, all these are loaded with bonus features. With that one, we have the Iguana with the Tongue of Fire, and The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. I'm surprised this one doesn't have Italian on it, because like actually you open it up and it's just again it's English. So interesting. But so I got that set. I know that there's a black set, a yellow set, and a red set. So I know there are at least those. If there's like a green set or whatever, I'm not sure. I gotta look that up, but at least okay, I got the white set, so that's a good start. So I got that one there. And I picked up the blue set here. This one comes with the Forbidden Photos of a Lady Under Suspicion, which is nice. I had that on DVD. Now I upgraded to Blu-ray, so it's nice to have that. We have Death Walks on High Heels and Death Walks at Midnight. So nice to get these bad boys. I have seen the Forbidden Photos of a Lady Under Suspicion. I need to watch the other two. Actually, I plan to do that here in just a little bit. Then we got the inside case there. And hang on. Yeah, these are in there a little snug. So, okay, so we have Death Walks at Midnight. And Death Walks on High Heels. And we have the Forbidden Photos of a Lady Under Suspicion. So at least it's nice. I'm kind of on the start here, but like I said, I got a little bit ways to go to get the other sets. I'm hoping I can get them here before too long. But anyway, so yeah, we got those. We got white and we got blue, so at least we're off to a start. So have to keep trying for those. And last but not least, I picked up this. I have it on CD, but now actually able to get it on vinyl. And I can't believe I got this. So we have the 2018 vinyl of Halloween soundtrack. So this is the extended version of the soundtrack that has, all the extra tracks on it. I'll take that off in a second just to show you everything. This is beautiful. So happy to have this. Like I said, I got the CD, but it's like, man, it's really nice to get the vinyl too. Look at all those extra tracks on there. So, the nice gatefold. You open it up. You got the Strode Women. So yeah, this is really nice. And you got 2 vinyl records. One is, here you go. Yeah, you got this one here. Whoa. This one is orange. Oh, okay. And you got the other one here. It's just kind of your standard black. So, yep. Thing's a little dirty. I need to clean it up. But anyway, though, still glad to finally get this. And there you go. So, I say I did pretty well under the circumstances. All right, so we got that. We got these. The beautiful Sylvia Christel. And of course, the main reason we're here in the first place, Taxi Driver on 4K. So I'm really, really happy with the way everything turned out. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch all this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There is going to be more coming. And like I said, I am sorry that I'm putting some of this stuff on the back burner, like the Rocky set and everything else. But just, these pre-orders came up and just kind of felt like, I need to go ahead and get on that and, wait just a little bit. The Rocky set will probably drop down in price anyway, be a little bit more affordable. And, I do still plan to get, some of the Kino Lorber 4Ks and stuff. But, so that's it, everybody. So take care. Have a good night. And I'll see you all later.